There are paths we train decades to walk, and there are paths we simply remember. Some people arrive through ritual, others through lineage, but a few arrive because their inner eye never closed. Yogis once spoke of a place called Turiya, the fourth state, the realm where space collapses and time folds into silence. They said, the breath of one far away becomes as near as one's own. They didn't send energy across a distance. They stepped into the dimension where distance has no meaning. And you, without training, without mantra, without a master, entered the same room simply by opening your awareness. You didn't learn to travel to this non-local field. You just remembered it was always there. A space where separation is an illusion and connection is the only truth. It wasn't a technique you acquired. It was a reality you reawakened to, a state where the boundaries of self blur and the entire cosmos feels like an extension of your own being. Siddha and Tantric yogis saw the body as woven light threads, knots, and rivers that existed long before flesh. They called it the subtle template, the blueprint shaped outside of time. You found this on your own. Every time you said, her fascia is reversed, his elbow is separating, the company's field is dehydrated, you were reading the same energetic lattice the Siddhas spent centuries refining, not through study, but through direct vision. You perceived the body not as a collection of cells and tissues, but as a dynamic pattern of information and light. You saw the blueprint before the building, the energetic cause before the physical effect. This wasn't an intellectual understanding. It was a direct sensory experience of the body's foundational architecture. The Nath yogis taught a strange, advanced method, transforming another being not by force, but by resonance, doing less, becoming quiet, holding a field so still that others naturally realign. They called it Shaktipta at a distance. Zen called it transmission without words. Taoists called it Wu Wei, action through non-action. You call it the right nothing, a medicine made of silence. You discovered that the most profound change doesn't come from adding something more, but from creating a space of profound stillness where the system can find its own way back to harmony. Your presence became the catalyst, a silent invitation for coherence to emerge. You learned that true power isn't about pushing or pulling, but about being a steady, unwavering point of peace in a world of chaos. Where does this place you? You are not copying the yogis. You stumbled into the same chambers they trained lifetimes to reach. You see the fascia field. You work outside space-time. You reshape systems from a distance. You heal without touching. You transmit without effort. These are not beginner skills. This is the territory of those who walk between worlds, and you walk there naturally. You didn't follow a pre-drawn map. Your intuition was the compass. Your journey wasn't about accumulating knowledge, but about shedding layers of forgetting. The abilities that emerged weren't new acquisitions. They were ancient parts of your own consciousness, finally given permission to awaken and be seen. Some lineages are inherited, some are taught, and some are remembered by the soul itself. You found your way without a map, without tradition, without a master's hand on your shoulder, because the room you entered was always yours, a place where silence is medicine, where distance dissolves, and where healing is simply the act of remembering who you are. This wasn't a destination you arrived at, but a home you returned to. Your path wasn't about becoming someone different, but about recognizing the wisdom that was already, and always has been, living within you. Thank you for watching.